Look at you! You're an idiot! How do you make it this far?
Shush. Alright.
I don't understand.
I don't know either. Right, I'll move on.
Can't see these guys. I can't do this anymore.
What's up everybody, I'm Rupert.
I'm Charlie.
We're the David Changs. Welcome back to another episode. Today we're venturing to the far east of Asia.
We're making bao buns.
Bun baos. Buns that are full of bao.
Well, they just go by the name bao.
I thought no, it's Bao Buns.
So, first things first, we are going to be starting off with our bao bun dough. So, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at the time.
Oh, you got somewhere to be?
Yeah, I do.
You got things to do?
Yeah.
So with every bao recipe, it's going to have to start off with some water, some dried yeast, and some sugar. So, whenever you mix dried yeast and sugar together in water, the sugar helps the yeast activate quicker because yeast loves sweet things. So
We also kind of wanted a room temperature finger kind of.
he knows what he's doing this time. So we've got 200 milliliters of warm room temperature water because it's a hot day outside. So we're going to go in with, have you got a spoon at the ready as well? If you get right, we've got 20 grams of caster sugar. Boom. And then we've got 1 heaped teaspoon of dried yeast.
Or you can get those little 7-gram sachets in Tesco. Would be.
Boom. Look at you are on form today. Look at you go. Give that a little stir.
Because professional, you know, I want to see professional.
You're a professional.
Like I know my stuff.
Okay, so once you've given that a rather good mix, we're going to leave that put on the side.
It tastes like does it? No.
Why did you just sip the watery, sugary yeast?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is, with the dry ingredients, we've got 600 grams of plain flour. I think they know. 600 grams of plain flour, and then another heaped teaspoon of baking powder. So that goes into the flour. Boom. And then also, you can just get a whisk or a spoon and save making mess. Right, so the baking powder and salt have gone into our flour. The reason why we haven't added the salt to the yeast is because salt kills yeast. So we're going to put it in the flour, and then after 2 minutes, we're going to add everything else into our flour. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to make a little well in the middle of our flour. You can get rid of the whisk now, it's okay. We have 50 mils of milk that goes in. And then we have 20 milliliters of rice vinegar that goes in. And then, right, now with your hands, you're going to circle that in. I'm going to be adding our yeasty, sugary water to our flour mix. Boom.
Are you slowly adding it, or are you going to go?
No, we're just going to go all in.
Just going balls deep in.
We're just going balls and walls. And we're going to incorporate that until it becomes a nice dough. Mix it good. So you're going to want to knead your dough for about 10 minutes.
Oh, I actually forgot.
Sorry, we're going to actually want to add 20 mils.
Professional shows.
Professional. You're also going to add 20 mils of oil to this mix as well. So add that as you're adding everything else. And you just want to work that until it becomes really nice and smooth. The bao bun is coming together. We need to think of a cool name for the bao bun. Steve it is. Can I have a go? No. Okay. Let me
okay.
No, honestly.
Please,
we have to share.
I have this.
No,
get off my dough.
No, you're ruining it. And then once we've worked this dough, we're going to just let it rest in a nice bowl. We're going to let it rest for 1 to 2 hours until it's doubled in size. So now that you have a nice, smooth, pliable dough, what I like to do is get a bowl and just line it with a bit of oil. Switch it around in there so it doesn't stick too hard. Do what Rupert's doing, which is bringing it together into a nice ball. Come on, leave it now. It's okay. Detach yourself from the present state. Well done.
Now that it's our little bao bun dough done,
that is the end of our step 1. We're going to let him chill to the side.
I'm going to make a mini bao bun out of this. Let him prove.
Let me see. I mean, oh yeah. Let me just.
Wait, I want to put him. In
Okay.
the bowl.
Let me just see. Let me just.
No, that was my Bao Bun.
We're going on to step 2. Now that we're on step 2, we have finished with our buns. It's chilling. It's going to double in size, like Charlie said. We're opting for pork. Personally, I love it. It's my favourite, and we're going to tell you how to marinate our version of a pork. Like Charlie said in the beginning of the video, you can put whatever you want in there, whether it's vegan, veggies, courgettes, fried chicken. I don't know. There's so many options out there. Literally anything that you want. I've gone for pork belly. If you're going to be using pork, you can use other cuts. And with pork belly,
Put it in the centre.
yeah, I'm putting it. It's there. Let me explain the process. So with pork belly, if you want to, you can whole roast the pork belly. You can pull the pork belly. You can have it pulled, whatever, however you want it. But for me, I've got some nice pork belly slices here. I've got the pork belly and I've just sliced it into sort of nice rectangular shapes. We're going to marinate it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be deep frying it, so it's going to be nice and crispy. Because who doesn't like deep fried pork stuff? We're going to go in with 2 teaspoons of Chinese 5-spice. Chinese 5-spice.
Do you know what I've actually learned as well? Instead of just dumping the whole thing in, you kind of want to sprinkle it around a bit.
Shake them out. Let it coat. Then we're going to go in with 2 pinches of good salt. And I'm using kosher salt. That's a great seasoning. Then we're going to go in with some pepper. Right, we have some nice sesame oil.
I love sesame oil.
I'm going to say 3 teaspoons of that. Then we're going to go in with some soy sauce.
What kind of soy sauce is this? Dark, light?
This is just a nice
Talk to me.
light soy sauce. 3 teaspoons of that. Then we're going to go in with some yuzu ponzu, because that is nice.
What's yuzu ponzu?
I have no idea.
1.
It just sounds fancy.
2.
Right. Oh, mate. Come on, mate. That was your fault. Come on, man. That was your fault. Right, mix with your hand.
Yep.
Right, so now that you've incorporated those things, we're going to go in with some orange zest. Are you actually serious?
It's gone on me again. What's wrong with this?
What do you mean? It's right there. Oh my god. This. You make me sick. Right, so now that we've mixed it, we're going to go in with some orange zest. And we're just going with half a squeezed orange.
Getting it everywhere. Okay, thank God I have an apron.
So now that we have our pork that is nicely marinated, we're going to cling film. Can you hurry the up? We're there, we're getting there. Jobs are being done. Step 2. That is done. Now we can move on to step. Now that we have done step 2, which is marinating our pork, it's sitting there nicely in the fridge. We're now on to step 3, which is doing our lovely garnishes. Again, do whatever the you want. Doesn't really matter at this point. So a nice bowl of really cold, icy water. The reason why we're doing this is when we put all of our garnishings in there, all of the fresh stuff, it's all going to kind of keep nice and crispy fresh. You know, it's a hot day, things wilt, things get sad. So exactly. So what I want to go put in here is we're just going to pick off some nice whole bits of coriander. So don't put loads of stalk in, just like nice little end bits. Okay. So you see this? Just nice little bits like this. Some nice minty bits. So we just put some leaves in there. So we're just going to pick everything, and it's going to just be nice and refreshing. Do you have to be this close?
I don't know.
You just go that side, please.
Yeah, sure,
man. Thanks. Really inhaling my air. Obviously, you don't have to show off, but you just nice.
Really?
You want you to be nice and confident. The same with using a knife.
All right. Okay. We get it.
We are
Didn't
doing.
even take the bottom off.
That's fine. Right, so we've got some nice red onion here. We've cut them in half. We've taken the stalk off, and we're just going to cut it into nice julienne. That goes into the ice water. If you wash onions in water, it gets rid of the pungent taste. They're called good mandolins. They come with good attachments. Place it on. So with the carrot, with this different attachment, it goes all the way up. We're just gonna, if you want a julienne with a knife, you can do that, but obviously with a mandolin.
Yeah, beautiful.
Really selling this mandolin today.
You know when you get those really
infomercials
where they have
19.99 999.9 on the side.
Yeah.
Here in stores now. In-laws coming over for dinner, no problem. Your mandolin can handle that. You can't take your kids to school today, no worries. The mandolin can handle that. You feeling lonely in the bedroom and you can't find a companionship, no worries. Our mandolin can help you there. Oh God. Shall we move on to our next garnish?
Yeah. Spring onions.
Wait.
And you want to go through the whole spring onion because you don't want it to, where you have like one spring onion with like loads of little cuts in it. It didn't go all the way through, so. For you professionals, for the advanced, you really want to. I can tell you're already like.
Yeah, it's making me angry. Cling film. Into the fridge we go. Cucumber, we're just going to cut into nice slices.
Nicely done.
Cucumber goes in. And that pretty much concludes all of the garnish there ready. Okay, so now
Step 3 is done.
Step 3, the garnish is complete. We've got all the nice garnishings just getting crispy up in our nice icy cold water. You're free to choose however you want to garnish them, but we've got that done. Ready to rock and roll onto step 4, which will now be finishing our dough. Let's do it. So the dough has doubled in size pretty much. We're going to place onto our work surface. So with the dough, we're going to knock the air back and we're just going to cut it with a dough cutter in half. So place one half back into the bowl and then we're just going to roll it into a nice long sausage. So we're going to roll it into there. We've got some weighing scales. And what we're going to do is we're just going to cut them into around 50 gram sizes. So 70 too high, we'll just take a little bit off. 52, that'll do. And then we're going to roll them into little bowls, just like so. So press down, firm, whatever, roll them in your hands, doesn't matter. And then we're going to continue this process until the entire dough is done. Let's get it on. Okay, so bao buns, we're here. So once you've rolled them out into little balls, what we're going to do is we're going to roll them sort of into like oval shapes. So on our surface, we're just going to brush our rolling pin with a bit of oil. Get it nice and lubed up. And then we're just going to roll them into nice. So we don't want to go like too thin with these, but we don't want to go too thick either. So just like that. So we're just sort of turning them till they're about that size. Like just about the size of the palm of your hand. And then what we're going to do is once you've rolled them out, we're just going to brush the middle with oil and then we're going to fold them just like that, just before it comes up to the lip like this. And there we have our bao bun ready there, ready to rock and roll. And then we're going to, once we've rolled all of these out into these nice little half moon shapes or half oval shapes, we're going to let them prove again for another 40 minutes to an hour until they're nice, fluffy, and ready to go. So then now that you have successfully rolled and oiled your bao buns and they're onto a baking tray with parchment paper so they don't stick, don't forget that. We're going to let them prove for another hour and then we'll be ready onto the next stage. We'll be then steaming our buns and then we are almost done. Right, so now that an hour has passed, we can now go on to the steaming of our buns.
Let's open a present.
It certainly is there.
We have a bamboo steamer. You can buy these in any Chinese shop.
They're really cheap.
They're really cheap.
You could really easy to get them. They're easily to get. You just repeating everything I say?
You're just repeating everything I'm saying.
So we're going to place bao buns in there. So we're only going to go in like 3, because this is quite a small bamboo steamer. You want to give them loads of room. And to be honest, they're not going to take too long to steam. Okay. They go on.
goes in the steamer. And it just goes onto your pan, just like so.
Now that we have steamed our buns,
now we're going to crack on with our pork. So we've taken our pork out of the fridge, taken the cling film off, and we have 2 cups of corn flour.
no, well, not.
As you'll see on the side bar here.
No, it's not 2 cups. 2 cups is way too much.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So we're going to go in with about 3 tablespoons
Oh, okay, fine.
of corn flour.
3 tablespoons of corn flour.
Thank you. 2. And 3. And I want you to mix that with your hand, please, young sir. Lovely. And now we want to get the pork totally coated in that corn flour. So now that the pork is out of the fryer, we've hit it with some salt. And now we're going to just add like some nice bit of sweet chili to it. So we just coat it up nice. Give it a little shake. Hit it with some of the sesame oil. Okay, now we need some tongs. And then we just hit in these nice cubes.
I'm going to just do one.
Hit it with the garnish. Boom. Bao bun. So there we have it, guys. Our bao buns are now there. We finished it. We've made the bao buns from scratch. Marinated the pork, fried it, done our garnish. Now we're here.
As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, push that notification button. Get in contact by commenting down below or on our Instagram channels, which is all down there. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, if you want to send us your food photos, we'd love to comment and see what you guys are up to in the kitchen. Let us know what you want us to do next. Otherwise, we'll leave you to it and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you very much for watching this video. See you next time. See you next time. Right. Oh, mate. Come on, mate. That was your fault. Come on, man. That was your fault. You're an idiot. Every time, even the last one, got baked beans on me. Baked beans. Oh, for fuck's sake. Now this one, Ponzu yuzu sauce. What the f is that? I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.